details lined up for you in this bulletin. The focus is going to be how the Shinde-led Maharashtra panel has now set up a panel, and this is named the Intercaste or the Interfaith Marriage Family Coordination Committee. This in order to gather detailed information about couples in such interfaith marriages and maternal families of the women who are involved if they are estranged. Well, according to a government resolution which has been issued by the state's Women and Child Development Department. Now, the committee, to be headed by the state's Women and Child Development Minister as well as BJP leader Mangal Lodha, will also be overseeing the district-level initiatives for women in such marriages who may be estranged from their maternal families, so that assistance can be provided if needed. A resolution can be stated.
अभी इसमें राज्य स्तरीय समिति में 10 सदस्य लिए गए हैं। हमारी बहुत ईमानदारी से लोगों से अपील है कि इसको पॉजिटिव वे में लें। इसमें एक 15 दिन के अंदर अंदर एक हेल्पलाइन नंबर जारी किया जाएगा और उस हेल्पलाइन नंबर के ऊपर जो भी कोई कॉल आएगी या मैसेज आएगा उसकी स्क्रूटनी करने के बाद में उसमें जो भी कुछ वो लड़का या लड़की जो सहायता चाहते हैं उनको सहायता करने का काम ये समिति करेगी। महाराष्ट्र में और कोई श्रद्धा वालकर नहीं बने हैं, इसके लिए ऐसी बच्चियां जो अंतरधर्मी विवाह करने के बाद में अपनी फैमिली से पूरी कट ऑफ हो चुकी हैं, उनको सामंजस्य अपनी फैमिली के साथ में वापस एस्टेब्लिश हो सके, ये सामाजिक जरूरत भी है और सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से भी सही है। इसके लिए इस समिति का गठन किया गया है।
At the outset, I don't think the fundamental right to is breached at this moment at any point. It is only basically looking after the interest of the estranged people. Any girl who is in an interfaith or inter-community marriage and has no connection with her past family members or maternal family. So in that case, some kind of a counseling will be done with them. So this is what it will be. We'll also look into the details. And if it is in the interest of the women and specifically estranged women, then I think we'll look at it positively.
महाराष्ट्र सरकार की ओर से एक ऐसी पहल हम कर रहे हैं जिसके तहत एक पैनल बने, एक कमेटी हो और समूचे महाराष्ट्र में जो भी आने वाले भविष्य में कोई माँ कोई बाप अपने बेटी को श्रद्धा वालकर की तरह न खोए, इसका पूरी तरह से प्रयास किया जाएगा। एक ऐसी पहल है कि समूचे महाराष्ट्र में आने वाले भविष्य में कोई भी लव जिहाद का मामला न हो, हर घर में अपनी बेटी की रक्षा पूर्णतः।
Well, politics has now started over the issue, with the opposition claiming that this is just an attempt to create hatred inside the state. Listen in.
Well, first and foremost, madam, love is love. There is no jihad. The term love jihad is completely obnoxious. And what the state government is trying to do is create hatred. And every individual has a right to marry of his own choice. It's a violation of our constitution. It's a violation of Article 21, 14, 25. The constitution gives a right to an individual who's an adult to marry as per his own wish. And so, why is the state government so much interested in wherever we see that the BJP government is that they want to bring something, they want to kill the constitution.
पिछले 10 सालों से केंद्र की सरकार हो और अभी जो असंवैधानिक महाराष्ट्र सरकार आई हुई है वो इसी तरह के कोई मुद्दे लेंगे, वो उनको लेने दो, हमें उससे कोई लेन देन नहीं। उन्हें कहिए महाराष्ट्र का जो हमारा इंडस्ट्री है, उद्योग है, जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ नरेंद्र मोदी जी को खुश करने के लिए जो गुजरात में जा रहा है, उसके लिए कानून कीजिए। ये बाकी आपका जो एजेंडा है आरएसएस का और आपका आप चलाइए, लेकिन इस प्रदेश की छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के इस प्रदेश का जिस तरह से अवहेलना हो रही है, जिस तरह से अपमान हो रहा है, उसके खिलाफ कानून बनाइएगा, ये मैं कह रहा हूं।
Well, let me go across to Arunil. Arunil, a lot of questions are being asked about what is going to be the ambit of this commission which has been set up, and also the antecedents of the man Lodha, who is a BJP leader and heading it at the district level as well.
Well, Meghna, first we'll speak about the opposition from the Mahavikas Aghadi parties, or parties that are there in the opposition in the state of Maharashtra. Now, Waris Patan, be it several leaders like Jitendra Awad from the NCP, Waris Patan is from AIMM, several leaders from the Congress party have also raised a question on this committee that has been formed by the Maharashtra government, basically saying that it is clearly unconstitutional. And what the opposition is also saying is that this is clear-cut intrusion into one's public life. How can you basically, if two mature individuals, two adult individuals have decided to get married, how can the government intervene? That is the question that but the opposition is asking. Now, what is the political significance or rather repercussion of this move that we can see in the state of Maharashtra? Basically, there are some crucial local body elections that also includes the BMC polls and the Pune Municipal Corporation polls that are lined up in the state of Maharashtra. Now, these are extremely crucial for the Shinde Sarkar, basically the CM Shinde's party, and for the BJP, because if CM Shinde's party performs well in these elections, then it will be a big setback for Uddhav Thackeray's party. The CM Shinde's party will be trying to trounce Uddhav Thackeray's party, and we have seen in multiple locations across the state of Maharashtra, Hindutva groups have been particularly holding massive rallies asking for a strong law against love jihad, or according to them, anti-conversion law, the same law that is there in Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh or several other states. The Hindutva groups have been asking for that. So now whether this committee is going to yield that kind of an love jihad law, it looks very likely, Meghna, because I've been speaking to several BJP leaders and a bill is expected to be put forth by these BJP leaders. Now, whether it will be approved by the cabinet and the Maharashtra government in the assembly, that we will be keeping a close eye on. But this
that's very interesting. What Arunil is telling us, that sources are telling him that there is a possibility that very soon the Sarkar may even start drafting a love jihad, an anti-love jihad law as well. Let me go across to Majid Memon of the TMC here on the show. Majid Memon, how would you react to this committee which has been set up, which is going to, at least on the face of it, as per the objectives, going to monitor interfaith marriages? Any need for a committee like this?
No, these are all very important, sensitive national issues which cannot be just dominated by BJP and its ideology. If at all anything is to be worked on, it has to be discussed in Parliament, supreme lawmaking body. Now, if the political parties have to do it, it has to be all party meeting. It has to be...
Unfortunately, Mr. Memon, it seems that there's a bit of a problem with your audio. We're going to reconnect with you. But let me go back across to Arunil. Arunil, this wouldn't be the first state, because there are several other states also who have proper anti-love jihad laws. However, they don't call it that because there has been a lot of objection to using a word like this, because it simply is a word which is coined out of thin air. However, anti-conversion laws, that is something that it is called in several of these states, and it has come up. So Maharashtra may just follow suit?
Well, definitely yes, Meghna. In fact, several BJP leaders have been pointing towards the fact. In fact, across the state of Maharashtra, in several places, particularly in Tier 2 and in rural areas, massive protests have been seen from Hindutva groups. The Shraddha case has also added fuel to the fire. Basically, Hindutva groups have been claiming that there are Muslim youth who have been particularly targeting Hindu women and getting them converted to their religion. Now, these are their claims, and against that, massive protests have been held across Maharashtra in different places, and BJP leaders themselves have gone and attended these protests. So they have been openly saying that they want a law against anti-conversion, a law that has been there in Uttar Pradesh, in Madhya Pradesh, and several other states across India as well. Now, how the opposition reacts to it, because when it comes to CM Shinde as well, CM Shinde has given his full backing to
Absolutely. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Arunil, but we are being joined by Rashid Alvi of the Congress Party. Also, Zeenat Shaukat Ali is joining us, an activist. Rashid Alvi, if I can ask you first, do we need a state-level committee to oversee and track interfaith marriages? Is there a need for that?
No, it is absolutely rubbish. I do not know what this BJP government is doing, whether it is important issue, and people are unemployed, economy is
going to hell. They are not bothering for anything. Important issues for BJP government is love jihad, ghar wapsi. What is this? What is this nonsense? They are destroying the country.
But BJP is saying that this is to protect women.
It is so important. Senior Muslim leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party, they have already done love jihad. They should take action against them first. Why are not taking action against them? Only a poor people, only a common people, they are going to take action against them. And what is this? When Hindus and Muslims, Sikh, Isai are living together, it may happen. It is not impossible thing. In Lebanon, there are almost 50% Christians and 50% Muslims. Every day it happens. Husband is Christian, wife is Muslim, wife is Christian, husband is Muslim.
Right.
Why did it happen?
Why is this happening? So Rashid Alvi, sorry to interrupt you, but Mr. Ram Kadam of the BJP is also joining us. Perhaps he can explain that to you, or maybe he can answer to you. Ram Kadam ji, you just had Rashid Alvi saying, why put out a panel? Why do two adults' marriage need to be monitored regardless of which faith they are? They are saying that BJP is only involved in these petty issues like ghar wapsi and love jihad and not focusing on important issues like joblessness.
See how unfortunate is it? Instead of politicizing this issue, opposition parties, especially Congress and Uddhav Thacker's camp, they should appreciate this Maharashtra government's proactive move regarding this. When Shraddha Walkar, he made a complaint to the police station. When Congress and Uddhav Thackeray was in the power, they have not taken any action, and that is the reason why Shraddha's murder took place. Instead of accepting that responsibility.
But Mr. Ram Kadam, the opposition is saying that her death had nothing to do with her religion or the religion of the person who allegedly murdered her. This is a matter of women's safety, and yes, everyone needs to be more proactive. If you have a committee, why not set up a committee which is going to look into any kind of unhappy marriage and helps women come out of it? Why make it religion specific?
Allow me to complete. The first part is and Shraddha's murder is reason of their negligence. That's the first point. And the second point, when our government has taken this proactive measure to eliminate this kind of a love jihad in future, so they should welcome this. This committee, this panel will assist those girls who are, indulging into this inter-caste, inter-religion marriages. We are not going to interfere, but you're
not going to interfere, but you will be tracking them. Request you to stay with us, Ram Kadam ji. I'm going to go across to Zeenat Shaukat Ali also, who's there with us. Zeenat Shaukat Ali, are you convinced that this is for women's own good, for their own security?
Really, I'm quite surprised that, we in the 21st century, India as a secular democracy, getting into becoming a world power and, forging ahead. We're talking about a uniform civil code. We're talking about wonderful things happening to our country. How can we speak? I'm quite appalled at this kind of approach and attitude that people cannot select the person they want to live with. Now, the whole point is, yes, safety for women is important, yes. If there are frauds, they have to be punished, they have to be sorted out and punished. But to think that, you have to catch religion-wise people to say that these things are frauds, and, there could be frauds everywhere. So if it's for women's safety, then all women must be included. Why only a certain section who selects to marry somebody? You see, this becomes, I think, it's not giving the world the kind of impression that we are as a country. We are a secular democracy. We are a progressive country. We are a country people are looking up to, that people want to come. Even foreigners like Mr. Putin are asking Mr. Modi for advice. So the whole point is that this is where we are. And where are we going to be heading with these kind of laws? So I
So that's very interesting point that Zina Chaukat Ali has made at a time when we are progressing towards a uniform civil code. Why put in faith-specific committees? If there is a committee for women's safety, well and good, but why make it faith-specific? Thank you so much, Zina Chaukat Ali, as well as Mr. Ram Kadam for joining us here on the show. With that, some breaking news that we are shifting focus across to the death